Today I'm talking about some of the Goodwill finds, I guess. That's right, I've got myself an air compressor. I was never gonna have one of these, but coupon at the thrift store, I was able to get it. Not that bad of a price, 30 bucks. I think that's an excellent deal. Of course, you always take a risk, but this was working fine. Hey, should I keep the audio from the air compressor on for the rest of the video? Just have that droning on in the background? Would that be annoying at all? Anywho, Japanese made. I have the complete setup here. Very cool little thing. This is obviously part of a kit that somebody bought. And I was able to use some clearance foam board from, I believe, Walmart to make a little spray paint booth here where it's so easy to use, even a puppet can do it. But yeah, it's the first time using an air compressor, so I didn't really want to try to do anything too crazy, but I did spring for some stuff that was supposedly formulated for the air compressor, and yeah, obviously, you know, you can look up ways to do this correctly. I just kind of figured I would figure it out, trial and error a little bit, and yeah, I think that for base coating, it actually is very useful and very quick. Now, obviously, there's a lot of advanced techniques that you can use when you use an airbrush, and I tried to do a little bit of it. As you can see in the end, there's parts where the flame kind of gets situated a little bit, where you can kind of see the transition that I was going for. But yeah, basically, if nothing else, dang, this does a really nice base coat. Nice flat, excellent coverage. I decided to base coat the dragon here. This dragon would be a real pain of a thing to base coat just with a brush, and with the air compressor, it was pretty easy to do, even with a model like this that I didn't even bother putting on a special thing. Most people stick it on like a wooden spike or something. And here, I just kind of realized that I wasn't doing that well with the flame effects, so I just sprayed some black on the rock parts, so I could just, you know, finish it off using some regular painting skills. And there you can see the excellent coverage for the base coat for the dragon there. Looks really nice. I think that an air compressor airbrush like this is definitely incredibly useful for a lot of stuff, but if nothing else, if you need to base coat a bunch of stuff, dang. Anyways, here you go. You can see where some of the transitions, I think, showed through a little bit, but definitely, I think, just the basic dry brushing with a paintbrush definitely looks a lot better than what little effects I was trying to do with the airbrush. But still, a fine thing. But yeah, for the rest of this video, I'm going to be talking to you about another kit bash, or a junk bash. I don't know what you would call it. I had a sprue of World War II artillery piece, but just the underside of it. So as I was looking through all the pieces to try to figure out what I might be able to do with it, I decided that I would create a walking eye, because I also had that one Death Star piece from a board game, a Star Wars board game, and it fit in so perfectly that I figured, yeah, that looks like something. So yeah, I'll let you decide when we get to the final part here, but it was such a nice fit, I decided that a little walking robot thing would probably look pretty good. Now, if I was to do this again, I would probably try to have more of a dynamic movement. This looks like kind of awkward when you get down to the final project here, because it would be good if like the legs were like it moving a little bit, because the only way this thing could have locomotion and if it was like shuffling. Here you can see that I added on some extra little car parts here and there, as well as some random debris for the base. I don't know, this is just random stuff that I found in my bits box here, but the vast majority of this is from the artillery piece. But yeah, a nice spray paint of silver for the base coat. Just get coverage on everything. I think that was a good option. And there you have the final paint job. Obviously, I was trying to go for an interesting palette. The white legs probably weren't a great thing. I probably should have just stuck with the green and orange motif. I think that probably would have looked a little bit better. And maybe just painted But, you know, let me know what you think in the comments below. I kind of like it. I like the fact that it's the dumb little, like, thing with the shovel and whatever that bedroll-looking thing is supposed to be. I thought that was pretty funny that you had that there. And it looks interesting on the table. So if nothing else, it could be just sort of a random bit of terrain for people to discover when they're playing a random dungeon crawl. So there you have it, 2 projects from Thrift Store Finds. I'm definitely going to be continuing to experiment with the lovely little airbrush. I did use some different methods to keep it clean. It seems to be in very good condition. It almost seems like somebody used it like maybe once or twice and then just sort of maybe gave up the hobby. And I'm going to be doing some more crafting with kitbashing or trash bashing. I guess even if I'm using sprues, it would still be considered trash bashing because I'm just using random stuff with that, you know? So let me know if you have any ideas or suggestions for new projects in the future, and I will talk to you later.